Well, hi everyone, and welcome to my Corvette channel and my Corvette home office. Let me lower the steering wheel out of the way for you guys. Going to talk some business, current status of 2022 ordering allocations, and some new predictions that I wasn't planning on, but I need to make in regards to overall production and availability of the 2022 model year Corvette. And after all this business conversation, we're going to share with you another conversation about Tadge, and one that I don't think has ever been shared, and I might even get in trouble for it, but we're just going to have fun, as we always like to do on this channel. Okay, in regards to current business right now, allocation numbers have been released for December allocations. In case you didn't know, allocations are given to us only once a month. We have, all of us have all these orders waiting, and we wait every month in real time for Chevrolet to say, here's what we can build, here's what you earned, here's what you can release. If you've got 300 orders waiting and they say, here's 10, you can't say, why, can I get 20? No, you order the 10. You tag 10 out of the 300 and you send them on the way. That's pretty much what it's been since the beginning, and the demand and the desire for this new C8 Corvette. We'll talk more about those numbers here in just a moment. Some good news from Chevrolet is they're letting us know that Bowling Green is running full steam ahead, 2 shifts since June. That's great news. I love to hear that. But here's what people don't realize. Even at 2 full shifts that they're doing right now, the amount of cars that they produce in a day is almost essentially what they did in 1 shift on the C7 generation. The reason I tell you that is so you have a better understanding and appreciation at really how much more complex and how more involved making the C8 Corvette really is. There's a new automated ordering system. We'll talk about that here in just a minute, and some other highlights and notes that they give us each month in ordering, which we knew already, but to remind us and remind you guys, the C8R editions are sold out in regards to generating any new sold orders. The only way to buy one of these is on the open market if there happens to be one available. Convertible ordering right now, exactly what we predicted, and it continues to grow, and I think it will, because the HTC, the hardtop convertible, it is the best of all worlds, and right now it's running steady at 49% of order requests. Here's something that's interesting for you folks that choose the 3LT. 3LT units right now selling more of in 2021 than all Corvette sales in 2018 and 19. Since the C8 launched, the 3LT package has sold more than the last 4 years of the C7 Corvette combined. That's huge, more than anybody anticipated. And they got me, because that's the only way that you can get tension blue. So you had to go 3LT. I had to have tension blue on my Rapid Blue car. I love this interior, absolutely. Okay, so let's give you guys a real-time update on 2022 Corvette ordering, allocations, and my new prediction for overall 2022 production. This month, for us, and I'm sure it's the same for many dealers, if not all dealers in the country, this month was the lowest allocations we've ever gotten for the C8 Corvette. Not what I wanted to hear, not what I wanted to share with you guys, but it's understandable. Part supply issue certainly affecting that. And of course, it's the time of the year, guys. End of the year, the holidays, the plant's going to be shut down, so that all makes perfect sense. But a story we broke about a month ago for you guys, that 2022 ordering and production would be ending sooner than we expected. And I'm bummed about that, because I've told you guys all along, and I really felt in my heart that this was the breakout year for Corvette, was 2022 in regards to availability. And I'm sorry that it's not going to be. It's going to be a good year, but it's not going to be what it could have been. We only have, by looking at some estimates here, maybe a few more months of ordering for 2022. And I had said at the beginning of this that we'd probably be, what, 35,000 cars? They've been pretty healthy. That would have been the most for C8 built so far. I think where we're going to land, because I'm looking at historicals and what they've been doing and where they're at right now, and I think an educated guess right now puts us 20 to 22,000 cars for the 2022 model year. As we get production updates each and every month, we'll do quick videos like this and share the current status of the marketplace with you guys, so you have an understanding of what is actually going on and why so many of us are still waiting and are going to be waiting. And many, unfortunately, will be transferred over to 2023. There's a new ordering system out there now from Chevrolet as far as order updates directly from Chevrolet to you, the customer. And this is pretty cool that they're doing this. But let me just say this. This is stuff that we as a dealership are supposed to be doing for you, our customers, which I do anyways. Now, there's a little caveat to this system. Talk about that here in a second. You only get updated from Chevrolet once the allocation is released. So at 1100 status, there is no update. It's an order entered in the system. You're in the queue. It's sitting in the filing cabinet. Once that allocation is tagged, released, and sent to production control, it goes to 3000 status, and that's when you start getting the email notifications from Chevrolet. It's the same conversation I have with you guys the night that we're finalizing the order. They're like, hey, well, what happens next, Rick? Well, after tonight, your order goes to 3000 status, and we wait for build week assignment. When I have that, I'll let you guys know. It's a conversation I have each and every time. But yet we still get a ton of calls, emails, and text messages. Hey, haven't heard anything since I released the order. What's going on? What's going on? I told you guys I'm not going to call you and tell you no news. When we have the build week assignment, we will let you know. Because of part supply issues, those orders aren't moving as fast as we would like, and that's why they're stuck at 3000. But that's a good place to be. It's just a matter of time. So I'll show you some slides here in a second. You're going to get an email from Chevrolet letting you know the order's at 3000 status, the order's accepted. Same information again that we're going to give you, that all dealers are supposed to give you. The next email communication that you're going to get is that your car is at event status 3400 status. And that essentially means the very next week, your car is going to get built. But by then, you will have already heard from us letting you know what the build week is. You'll be at 3300 to 3400 status, but you'll get the email from Chevrolet anyways. And then for those of you, some of the slides you're going to see here in a second will say 4200A. Now, for us in our dealership here at Coghlan, we're just outside of Columbus, Ohio. We're relatively close to Bowling Green Assembly, so when we see a 4200, we don't see a 4200A. It's 4200. It leaves Bowling Green, stops at a couple Chevy stores, and it comes to the dealership. For those of you that'll get the communication that say 4200A, it lets you know that the vehicle's left the plant and it's going to the vehicle distribution center. That's going to be for you folks that are up in Canada, way out west, way up far east. So it'll go from Bowling Green distribution center. Then you'll get another email letting you know that it's at the distribution center. Then you'll get another email letting you know it left the distribution center and it's on the way to the dealership. All this communication, we let you know. Essentially, my stuff's going to be 3000 status update, letting you know the build week, which is going to fall 3400 status. When it's built, we let you know, which is 3800 status. And that's one status update that you're not getting in the email. They let you know 3400, it's scheduled for broadcast. And the next communication you'll get from Chevrolet is that it's leaving the plant, either going to the dealership or going to a vehicle distribution center. So being in close communication with your dealership is really what is supposed to be happening, and you get just a little bit more information from us. It's nice and commendable that Chevrolet is doing this, but this is our job, and this is what we're supposed to be doing. It's funny that in one of the parts of this 20-page memo or more, they referenced something that we actually talked about on this channel a while ago. They said, why are automated customer notifications important? They said this is to meet new customer expectations, i.e. the Amazon effect. Did we not talk about that before? Absolutely. So ask away, if you will. As we see updates on your order, we're going to let you guys know. Now, here's the other caveat. So in order to get those email updates we were just talking about directly from Chevrolet, your Corvette order has to be entered as a sold order. So when you get the PDF sheet confirming the options, you get your order number in the upper left-hand corner, a bunch of letters. And then on there, it'll say SRE for sold retail order or TRE for stock. If it's SRE, we have as a dealership, when we enter that order, to put in your email address. We check a box if we're not going to enter in your email address. But if you have it, say you bought a car from a guy that's just ordered for stock and it's TRE, well, you're not going to get those email updates. But what you can do, there's a link down below in the description. There's a form that you can fill out. You can send Chevrolet your information, your order number, your email address, and you'll get those updates that you should have been getting and should be getting from your dealership anyways. But again, a nice effort from Chevrolet to accommodate the Amazon effect mindset, if you will. A lot of stuff is ever changing in regards to our marketplace, purchasing, production, ordering, all that. Keep tuned into this channel. We'll let you know what's going on in the Corvette marketplace, along with sharing some incredible experiences and having fun, just like we're going to next Sunday. Everybody's talking about the jump. When I jump, I already did it. I jumped the C8 Corvette.
So I'll just fall until I fly.
All right, before we go today, we're off the business conversation, but let's keep it tied into Corvette relative, if we will. Talking about Tadge as a guy from Oklahoma. It really is amazing at how the internet and YouTube has made our world so much smaller. So a guy from Oklahoma has some tied to Ohio State and Pataskala, Ohio, as well as Tadge. Here's my conversation real quick with Doug. So Doug said, you want to do this now? And I'm like, oh yeah, we're talking about this now. We're going to do this now. Check this out. This guy is from Oklahoma, is here in Pataskala, Ohio, and he went to school with my buddy Tadge. All of our buddy. Anybody that's a Corvette fan has tons of respect for Tadge. Doug, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you, Rick?
So you went to school with Tadge. I think that's really cool.
2 years.
2 years? Let's first say hi to your son. How you doing? What's your name?
Douglas.
All right, Doug. Okay. I should have figured that out by myself. Okay, anyways. I appreciate you stopping by and watching the channel. So you went to school with Tadge. When was that?
1973, 4, and 5.
Okay.
So a little where it brackets the two, but we graduated in 75, May of 75. So
okay.
Yeah. So quite a few years back, a mutual friend told me what business he was in, and I went, now that's a cool job.
Yeah. Actually, he said, he goes, yeah, I heard Tadge is doing pretty damn good. I said, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But you said in school he was what? He was kind of a quiet guy,
but a quiet guy is what
Smart
I
guy?
recall. I don't know if we had any classes, but yeah. So I knew his little sister a little better from the track team.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. Oh yeah. What about his sister?
Very, very nice young lady.
That's not what you said. Come on, man. This is predominantly, and the ladies would respect that watch the channel, but there's a lot of guys here
just
too.
remember-
And you know, look at, he's laughing. He's like, yeah, my dad choked up on the spot. That's what he said. He goes, you seen Tadge's sister, man? She was hot. Look at how red his face is.
Lots of energy.
Yeah, okay.
She was a pistol.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, well, we didn't know Tadge had a good. Okay, never mind. Sorry, guys. It was just a fun, natural conversation that I wanted to share with you. And that was pretty. That somebody comes into your office and says, "Hey, you know, the car that you represent and idolize. I went to school with that guy." So that was pretty cool.
Good job, Tadge. I mean,
Absolutely. And now you're considering one of his masterpieces.
yeah, I have for quite a while. It's time though. So
Yeah.
after watching your stuff, Rick, I said, I'll be back in Columbus after going to school close by.
Yeah. What was the deal? How did you kind of come to Pataskala? What was that big deal? all about?
Fraternity prank, which brought us, the group of guys, out to Pataskala in a U-Haul truck with a closed end and a keg of beer. trying to tell us, hey, we're going out to a party at Ohio State. And
Right.
they dropped us off and drove away. The idea was, see you, suckers. But,
Yeah, right.
we figured it out real
Did they
quickly.
leave the beer with you?
Yeah, it was still,
Okay, so that's cool.
Actually, they
Did they
it's been since
Yeah. I was
7.
going to say, at least if they left the beer.
It would have been okay.
Right.
No, we figured it out. And guy rides back to campus. I think some of us beat the U-Haul back to campus
Oh,
because it's like, well, where are we?
Right, exactly.
Middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, yeah.
Now it's not
Right.
not nowhere
Yeah,
anymore.
this place is east of Columbus, and it continues to grow, and it's a nice, quaint community. And our store, it's pretty, as you saw. It's not like most stores that you go to and you pull in off the freeway and there's a line of car dealerships. You know, this is just kind of an intimate setting. It gives us an opportunity to relax and have conversations with you guys, and I enjoy that so very much. So I'm glad that you stopped by from Oklahoma, Pataskala, Ohio, and quite possibly getting a 22 Corvette too. So that's pretty cool, man.
Pretty neat.
Thanks for sharing
Thank
that with
you.
us. All right. You know, give me a little high five, whatever the heck you want to do on the camera, so make it all official. You like that, didn't you? Because I like seeing my dad choke up. Come on, Dad, spill it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Thanks,
That was
Rick.
cool. That was cool.